I'm gonna play this video right here of the rapper Jim Jones and the discrimination that he claims that he faced inside of the Gucci store, and then I'm gonna go ahead and give my take on why I don't feel bad for him about this, because some people may have forgotten, but I didn't. So I'm gonna go ahead and play this clip, and this is coming from his Instagram account.
We've been in Gucci for about an hour, right? And we in Gucci in the VIP.
We've been in Gucci for like 2 hours.
Right? Since we came in here, having nobody came and showed us no courtesy, no amenities, no nothing. Period. Not even a drink of water. Asked to speak to the manager. Send me a black guy out here that start telling me some bullshit. So they got the black guy racial profiling on black people. Asked to speak to a manager bigger than him. Everybody disappeared. Ain't nobody come out yet. I still ain't getting no sparkling water. I still ain't getting no champagne. I still ain't getting nothing. I didn't have a salesperson inside of my VIP suite the whole time I was there. I had to keep screaming for VIP people to help me out. Now everybody don't know where the real manager is. You heard? I'm tired of this. We spending all this money as entertainers inside these stores. They hire these black people, and these black people are more racist than white people when they get their job inside of Gucci. All of a sudden, you stop playing with us, bro. Still haven't seen a manager yet. Still haven't seen a manager yet. Since I'm talking to you right now, a manager still hasn't popped out of Gucci. And the bill is like $29,000, but we didn't pay that yet. You heard? Why would we? They still haven't sent a manager or bottle of sparkling water or anything that says that we appreciate your service for being in here in Gucci and spending that bag.
The big one.
The big one. They sent this guy. Yeah, what is he possibly going to do? You heard? What is he going to do? Is what I want to know. Still haven't seen a manager. Is there a manager that works here, or everybody's just a worker?
Okay, so y'all just heard this. I call it a minstrel rant, and it is indeed a minstrel rant. Let me just say that it was so much wrong going on in this video, and it's actually not even on, in my opinion, on the employees of this store. The wrong all falls on the person who's making this video, and that's Jim Jones. Jim Jones be calling your ass to the carpet today. So he went inside the Gucci store, him and his entourage, to buy, spend some money inside of the Gucci store. And by the way, y'all, if y'all know and follow my channel for a while, y'all know I did a movie review for the movie House of Gucci. Y'all need to really watch that movie and really find out like how that movie, how that company almost went under, where you had a greedy ex-wife who had her husband, who was the CEO of Gucci, assassinated because she was greedy and she couldn't get over not being in the family anymore. So y'all really need to pay attention to who y'all going to bat for, a company that has a very dark history behind it. But that's neither here nor there. So he's inside of the Gucci store, and he says he's been in there for hours with his entourage wanting to get serviced and everything like that. And he says that they're not paying any attention to him. They're not paying any attention to his crew. He said they basically just see a bunch of niggas coming up in there, and they already have these preconceived notions. First off, they probably wouldn't have let you in the door if they didn't even want you there. That's number one. Number two, why did you go on this whole rant inside of this store as if you was going to have a whole bunch of backup and people were going to be on your side? Because I'm actually looking through his comments. I'm looking on the side of the comments, and everybody's pretty much echoing the same thing that I am. You know how this establishment is, or at least at your age as a black man in America should know how this establishment is when it comes to black people in these stores. Hell, Oprah, the Mammy Supreme, went over to, Paris or somewhere over in France, where she went into a store where they claimed they didn't know her. Now, I believe they embellished that, because despite how we feel about Oprah, the Mammy Supreme, she's pretty much global. Everybody should know who she is. But she even got treated, very, they racially profiled her over there. So if they could do that to her, what makes you think they won't do that to you? But you went into this store, then got on Instagram and posted this video and got mad and upset and started saying all types of things. And I think the worst thing he said was when he said that they had black workers in here and they're just as racist, or they're the most racist ones. What? Like, when he said that, I almost paused the video, but I said, nah, let me continue to let it play. That part really rubbed me the wrong way. Like, why? Like, what would make you actually come out of your mouth and say that. This made you look even 10 times worse than you already did. You already look foolish making this rant video inside of the store because you claim that they didn't give you any service. My thing is this: you and your crew was in there for 2 hours waiting for service. There's no way I would have been standing inside of a store that wasn't servicing me for 2 hours. There's no damn way I would have been doing it. My patience would have been run thin, and whatever complaint I might have had, I would have taken it up with whoever is running that store once I left the store. Because obviously, if you didn't get the hint that they for 2 hours, then you just was willfully obtuse. That you stayed in there for 2 hours and didn't get any service. That's on you. Another thing I wanted to talk about is how you have a lot of these black entertainers who will spend all their money with these foreign stores and brands and everything like that, but you couldn't pay them in dust to go and spend money in a black-owned business. Now, my thing to Jim Jones is this. Now, I'm not saying that he's never supported a black-owned business before or not, but I would like to know, would you have had that same energy inside of a black-owned business? Because one thing I've noticed, and this is with black people in its entirety as a collective, we will go to stores like Gucci, Louis Vuitton, Balenciaga, all those places that you could probably find on Rodeo Drive, where you probably have to have a certain amount of a tab in order to even go in the store. We will give all of our attention and money to them and have them treat us like shit. But you go into a black-owned business and you see something that you feel is a little too pricey, which I'm sure is not out of his price range if he can spend money in Gucci, and claim that they're doing this, they're doing that, they're unprofessional, they're doing this. The same thing could be said about this Gucci store. It's over in this instance for him. It's overpriced, it's bougie, and they're not paying me any attention. The same thing and complaints that he could probably give to a black-owned business, all of that can be thrusted directly into this, but he's not going to do it. He didn't do it. All he did was get online and complain and thought people was going to be on his side. Like I said, I'm looking at the comment sections. Let me read some of the comments to you so you can get an idea. Someone said, Gucci ain't never been about us, but y'all steadily in there dropping bags. Maybe you'll learn today, or not. Oh well. Someone else said, why y'all keep supporting Gucci? Straight up. Another person said, y'all continue to go on to they shit. That's why they keep doing it. Of all the black designers out there, y'all niggas still want to give them y'all money. Hashtag that's on y'all. Exactly. There's a lot of black designers out there that make very nice looking apparel, but because it's not in a Gucci store, it's not Louis Vuitton, it's not Prada, Balenciaga, or any of those other foreign names, it doesn't mean shit. And you want to know why a lot of these black-owned businesses cannot get the foothold that they need? Because people like Jim Jones doesn't support them. But you want to go and cry and bitch and complain inside of the goddamn Gucci store. Someone else said, but yet y'all continue to give them money. And the thing is, it's a repetition of comments. And this is under his profile. He actually thought posting this on his Instagram account was going to give and garner him sympathy, or people were going to be on his side. No, I don't see really anybody on his comment section or in his comment section of a video that he posted now 20 hours ago with over 300,000 views, which is pretty much viral at this point, really say, you know what, that's messed up. Boycott Gucci. No one's saying that. Everybody is directing their comments towards him, and rightfully so. Because why? Why did you stay in that store for 2 hours? Who does that? Why would you stay in there for 2 hours if you knew they wasn't going to give you any service? And then make a video about it, crying and complaining online like people was going to be on your side. That's what he wanted. So in my opinion, Jim Jones did this shit for attention. Is it messed up that they didn't give him any service? Yes. Because you're supposed to help the customer out, and it could be seen as discrimination, and it definitely most likely could be. But at the end of the day, he brought this on himself, and I'm going to show you what I mean by that. Hold on. This is a screenshot of an article that was written on xxlmag.com back in 2019. It says, Jim Jones tells rappers who have a problem with him wearing Gucci, I'm never hard to find. Basically, if y'all don't remember what happened back in 2019, it was a big controversial and a very racial thing that happened with Gucci. Basically, they came out with, if y'all remember, and y'all probably remember this, and if you don't, I'm about to bring it back to life for you. Gucci had these figurines in the window of their store, and it looked like a blackface caricature. If think of Tales from the Hood, remember those little figurines? It kind of looked like that, and they were in the window, and a lot of people gave Gucci a lot of backlash behind that, especially a lot of black people. But guess who was on Gucci's side and said, "I'm gonna still wear my Gucci"? The same one that's bitching and complaining that he didn't get service inside of that same store in which he was getting upset about. The same store that I'm gonna come in here, I come in here and I'm paying my hard-earned money to spend money with y'all, and this is how y'all treat me. And look at what he said back in 2019. Talk about some full circle fuckery. A whole goddamn 360 just bit him in the ass. Ask me how I feel about it. I feel absolutely nothing. Jim Jones, this is on you. And no one is coming out to throw the cape on for you, and rightfully so. I do not feel bad for this guy. I don't feel bad, not only for him, but for anybody who pulls something like this. I don't. Like I said, you have a lot of black-owned businesses out here that are trying to get ahead, and they could use your help, your finances, and your resources. But you want to go and spend money all in Gucci like they need more money, and complain when they don't give you any attention. But then a few years ago, when when they clearly posted up something that was definitely racist, this is what you come with. I'm never hard to find. Basically, he's saying like a lot of the rappers and everything like that were going to boycott Gucci behind this, and he was one of the main ones leading the charge, going in the opposite way, basically saying that I'm not going to boycott Gucci, and if you feel some type of way, you could come meet me. Basically inviting someone to fight him over his stance to defend Gucci's racist practices. And now it's come back to bite him on the ass, and now they're the ones being discriminatory towards him, and he wants people to feel bad for him. Hell no. Nah. You are on your own. Him and anyone else who feels the same exact way. I forgot what rapper it was a few years ago who did something so stupid. They went inside of it was inside of a Barney's, which is another big store in New York. Another one of those high scale, I call them like Brooks Brothers type stores. Went inside of that store and said that they was facing discrimination inside of the store. And he left the store, and what did he do? He ended up going to protest, and he did the dumbest thing. I forgot what rapper did this. I don't even know if they still rapping. Went back inside the store and bought up all of the stuff for what? Like, what were you trying to prove? I swear some of these rappers is stupid as hell. What kind of boycott was that? What were you protesting? Oh, that you had money and you could flex and show them Massa and Miss Ann that the niggas got some monies? Oh my God. And Jim Jones, you like 40 something years old. You are not in your 20s. You should know better. You know how this shit works. But I guess he's I guess he felt like one of the magical Negroes. Back in 2019, I defended Gucci against their backlash of being racist. So maybe that means I'll get better treatment going in the stores. And Gucci responded with, nah. Nope. Not happening. Thanks for, supporting us and, going to bat for us when we wasn't going to do it. But, thank you, because we used you as a shield. We didn't tell you that. But thanks for, Bogart and those people out of the way for us so we didn't have to do a damn thing. I swear some of these niggas out here is so goddamn remedial. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this down in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. If you have not done so already, make sure that you go ahead and hit that notification bell and have it set to all so you can be notified every time I upload a new video or go live.